Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good day, everyone. In this great occasion, I'm going to explain about the research that I have done last month about the diplomacy skills of international relations students, the study of skill development and challenges encountered. My name is Alya Widharaksi, and please enjoy. First of all, there was a saying about a diplomat who says yes means maybe, a diplomat who says maybe means no, and a diplomat who says no is no diplomat. Talleyrand, a former minister of foreign affairs of France. There are the outline for today's presentation. First is introduction, the second is literature review, and the third is research methods, fourth is findings, fifth discussion, and the last but not least will be conclusion. So the first step is introduction. The writer believes that every graduate of IR student is expected to master diplomacy skills in order to function in the workplace properly. Most of the studies previously focused on examining the effective principles of diplomacy and narrating the history of modern diplomacy. The study of international relations is centered on diplomacy, and thus international relations students are expected to be able to master such principles. As we can see here, there are the literature review. First, the literature review is about the definition of diplomacy skills. As we know that not all of the students are interested to deepen the skill of diplomacy any further. Diplomacy skills here could become such a beneficial skill in the professional world because negotiation is much needed nowadays. According to Constantino 2016, diplomacy is historic human advocacy in the form of negotiation of interest between two or more parties. Number two is the importance of diplomacy and negotiation. While diplomatic theory and practice is used in different sciences, none of the sciences has discussed over diplomatic theory and practice. Based on Kuzainova Studies 2013, the preparation of potential diplomats requires not only theoretical foundation but also practical skills. According to Lindstrom 22, stated that basic thinking abilities, organizational and communication capabilities are the kind of competencies needed in a globalized world. The next is about the research methods. The writer used a qualitative small-scale research conducted by interviewing the respondents. The respondents in this research are the international relations students of Universitas Muhammadiyah Yogyakarta 2016, 2017, and 2018. And finally, the data was collected by concluding all of the detailed answers from the interviewee. The next is about the findings. There are several findings that the writer found here. The first is about the developing of diplomacy skills. The interviewees had explained that they were practicing their negotiation skills in many discussions. In fact, some of the courses in the department, such as negotiation and conflict resolution, and also diplomacy practicum. They also describe how to develop the diplomacy skills in terms of decision-making in some occasion through joining student organization in the university. I learned the skill of negotiation by following laws of MUN, Model United Nations, and taking part in the organizations, said one of the interviewees. The second findings here is the challenges in mastering diplomacy skills. There are several points about the challenges in mastering negotiation and diplomacy skills. The first point is the usage of too many theories. The second is rarely practicing. The third is insecurities. The fourth is lack of preparations. The usage of too many theories here means that if you're using too many theories on class or outside or in class or outside the class, it means that you don't have time to practice, right? And the second is about really practicing. It is the same as the first. It's about if you use too many theories, but you no longer have time to practice, then what is this all about? It's such a waste, right? And the third is about the insecurities. Not all of the students have the same self-esteem as us. Some of them have low self-esteem, which affecting their performance to mastering diplomacy skills. And the fourth is about the lack of preparation. The lack of preparation here means that if you not longer have to understand the theories, the practicing, then it is the same as if you lack of preparations to mastering the diplomacy skills. And all of the participants here stated that diplomacy skills are not easy to learn and it takes much effort and practice. Diplomacy skills are quite difficult to learn because it is about social skills. Even the real diplomats are required to have long-time training to be one of the representatives of their country, said one of the interviewees. This is the discussion of the research. The discussion mentioned about to develop the diplomacy skills, students are required to practice as frequent as possible inside and outside the class. The main challenges to mastering diplomacy skills are self-insecurities, lack of practice, and number theories to be mastered as I explained before. This study also indicates that the students of international relations must be able to master the diplomacy skills in order to become the useful soft skills later in the future. Well, ladies and gentlemen, last but not least, we will already come to the end of this discussion, which is conclusion. The writer believed that all of the participants here also realized that the diplomacy skills need much practice and will effort to master the skill itself. This study affirms positive significant effect on mastering diplomacy skills, such as become the active students and to become the most outstanding students. There are 2 points here. First is about the international relations student should practice the theories that have been learned, such as joining MUN, international forums, conference, etc., to develop students' negotiation skills. And the writers recommend that the future research might focus on the effect of the number of exposure of diplomacy skills. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I think that's all about my explanation and my presentation today. Thank you for the lecturer for the time to assess this assignment, and thank you for all of the audience for listening and for your nice attention. See you in the next occasion. Stay at home and stay healthy. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.